Okay, so I am on my way to the hospital to be monitored because for the last couple of days I have been timing my contractions and they have consistently been about 30 minutes apart, sometimes 25, sometimes 45, but are right around 30 minutes apart. And that's all day long, regardless of what I'm doing. So even laying down pretty much most of the day, on Wednesday, they were still about 30 minutes apart. So I called Labor and Delivery and asked them, and they suggested that I call my specialist and ask him what I should do. So I called the specialist and talked to the nurse there, and she told me to go ahead and go in and let them monitor me for a little while, which I was supposed to do last night, but because of our schedules, the kids' schedules and stuff, I figured that it would be best to just wait for today, and I felt comfortable enough waiting until today to go. So I'm on my way down there right now to let them monitor me for a little bit. Hopefully they won't keep me all night. Packed a bag just in case. But I tried to research, what it meant or why, you would have contractions every 30 minutes apart all day long at around 29 weeks, because I'll be 29 weeks tomorrow. And I really couldn't find any information other than it's pretty much like pre-labor, but it's not active labor, which is not giving me anything to go off of. So I just want to be sure that if these are contractions that could trigger active labor, that they are able to stop them in time before that happens. That way the babies are not born too early and have to stay in the NICU for several weeks before coming home, which is my biggest fear. So right now that's what we're going to do. Go down there. So as soon as I start finding out a little bit more information, I will be updating what's going on. Okay, quick update. Just left the hospital on my way home, and they said that my cervical length looked about the same, and they said 2.1 to 2.4 in between there. However, the ultrasound that I showed them with my cervical length measurements, there are two separate numbers on each ultrasound, and that was taken on Tuesday. And I am thinking that those two numbers are added together. If that is the case, then on Tuesday my cervical length was about 3.4, and 3 days later, today, which is Friday, it is between 2.1 and 2.4, which means I have lost a centimeter of my cervix in 3 days. But they are saying that my cervical length is about the same, or actually a little bit more, because they are going off of only one of those numbers. And one number was 1.77 and one is 1.49, I believe. So I'm not too sure about that. And since it's Friday, my doctor's office is closed already. It's like 8:30. So on Monday, I'm going to call my specialist and okay, so for whatever reason my video cut off, and what I was saying was on Monday I'm going to call the specialist and ask them exactly what my cervical measurements were, and that way whenever I go in to see my midwife Monday afternoon, I can let her know, what it was on Tuesday versus what it was on Friday. And then as soon as I figure all that out, I will update you guys again.